What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Happy New Year. We are now in 2023. So in today's video, we will be using the new Morphe Ultra Lavender collection. So I did pick up the eyeshadow palette. And this is what she looks like here. Standard Morphe packaging. This is what the inside of the palette looks like. Here are the colors. So of course the top 3 rows is what attracted me to want to purchase this. There is some very deep plum shades here at the bottom. So I will try to create, this palette to me is more of like a soft glam look. I don't feel like Morphe palettes are necessarily meant to do like the dramatic looks, but a very nice, soft, colorful touch to the eyes. So we will try to create something very pretty and simple with this palette. I also picked up the new Morphe Blush Balm in the shade Electric Lavender. So let me go ahead and open. This is what it looks like. Very, very pretty. I'm very excited to apply this. The only thing that I did not pick up was the highlighter. They did launch a lavender looking highlighter, but I personally didn't care for it because I did have a highlighter in one of their other like collections, I think like the Gilded Gold or something, and I didn't really care for the highlighter, so I did not want to even bother. I also picked up their 6-piece brush kit. So it comes in this very pretty lavender case, and then again there's 6 brushes. So the first one is the L100, which is their foundation brush. I feel like Morphe has this foundation brush already, so they included this. This is a like bronzer type of contour brush, and this is the L101. We do have the highlighter brush, which is the L102. So it's like an angled highlighter brush. We have a nose contouring brush, which is the L103. There is a eyeshadow blending brush, which is the L201. Which to me, this is more of a brush that I would use for highlighter. I wouldn't personally use this big of a brush for the eyes. And then the L200, which is like almost like a packing brush. So we are going to go ahead and put all of this to the test today. I also picked up one of the new CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy glosses. So I'm actually going to apply that on the lips now because my lips are dry. They smell good. It's a nice little shine to the lips. So it feels more of like a lip oil. I wish that they were a little bit more tinted, but I do like the formula. I like the smell. I honestly think I'm going to pick up a few more. It's just me. So without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. I should have another video up this week as well, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. I did purchase the new Juvia's Place foundations. Also, I want to review their Candy Shop collection as well here on YouTube. So yeah, let's jump into today's video. Alright, you guys, starting off with the eyes, I did do one off camera. So again, as you can see, it's a very simple look, a little bit of shimmer, but not so much. As I mentioned, I feel like with Morphe palettes, they are definitely geared towards more of a wearable, everyday type of vibe. The matte shades are pigmented. They are there. They are beautiful. They stand out. As far as the shimmers, it gives a nice, nice soft touch, soft glam. So I wasn't expecting much, but I will say off bat, I do like the matte shades. I feel like they worked well together. There was no skipping, no patchiness, just off initial, application. So this shade is the one that intrigued me the most in the palette, and I am going to go in with that one first. And if my eye looks a little bit red or irritated, they are. I'm not 100% sure why. Every time I go to put on makeup, this one eye in particular just tends to, it's like it gets watery, and I really don't understand why it does that. Okay, you guys, so just really quick, want to give a rundown. The new 35L Ultra Lavender Artistry Palette retails for $27. The Ultra Lavender 6-piece face and eye brush set is $38. We do have the Ultra Lavender Glow Show Radiant Pressed Highlighter that they have for $16. The cream blush is $12. And then they did also release an Ultra Lavender Make It Big Plumping Lip Gloss Trio for $26. Don't mind me, y'all. I am watching that movie, The Invitation, on Netflix. And, girl, I was just like, okay. It's definitely interesting. But anywho, so they did release in total 5 different things with this lavender collection. Again, the highlighter did not intrigue me, as well as the plumping lip glosses. But so far so good on this eyeshadow palette. I feel like if you really enjoy mattes, if you don't mind the bigger eyeshadow palettes, if you're a makeup artist, or even if you just, you don't necessarily have to be a makeup artist, of course, clearly. But if with your eyeshadow palettes, you don't necessarily like that beaming, like super shiny shimmer shade, you just like something very subtle, that is what this palette is for. I personally like it. I do feel like the colors blended well together. Again, as I mentioned, the eye that I'm working on camera is watering, and my brush kind of hit, my brush actually tapped into like the part of my eye that was watering, so that's why I kind of messed up on that outer corner as well. But for the most part, I do like the look. I feel like it is very soft, pretty, and wearable. I am going to use this like packer brush to add this shade onto the lid. So it looks like a shimmer shade, but it only has a few specks of like glitter in it, more so matte. So we are going to go in that inner corner and on the lid with that with those 2 shades. Alright, you guys, so I will be trying also on camera today the new NYX Bare With Me Blur Skin Tint Foundation. This does come in 24 shades. I am going to go in and use the Huda Beauty Glowish like Jam Primer. I always forget the name of this. But this tinted foundation, if you will, retails for $14. It is vegan, cruelty free. It says medium coverage blurring foundation formulated with skin loving ingredients. And I'm just reading all of this off of Ulta's website. So it says skip the IG filter, introducing NYX Professional Makeup Bare With Me Blur Tint Foundation, effortless, no filter needed makeup results with a flawless smooth matte blur finish that never looks cakey or ashy. Says that this has glycerin, matcha, and niacinamide. This lightweight slip texture foundation will leave your skin looking blurred and healthy. So those are the claims. Now, shade range off the bat, terrible. This is shade 13, which is medium for medium warm skin tones. I initially was going to purchase shade number 10 or 11. I'm glad that I did not order online and I actually went into the store, because shade 11 is for neutral undertones, but it was definitely very, very like cool and pinky when I swatched it in store. They did not have shade 10 available, but I feel like it would have been too light anyway. What I am doing, and I hate that I have to do this for a first impression, but I am mixing the LA Girl Pro Pigment in the white shade to try to lighten it up a little bit. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but I also don't want to look too orange. So I am going to try to lighten it up just a bit, and then maybe mix the two. Well, what I actually ended up doing off camera, once I blended this out, it did look a little bit too bright. So I went over top with just a little bit of the Blur Tint foundation by itself to kind of darken it up on the face just a little bit. I will say the Morphe brush, this is the foundation brush that came in the set. It's nice, but I honestly will probably use this for more of cream blush or cream bronzer. All right, you guys, I'm going to speed through part of the video as well. Don't want to be here too long. But I'm just going in with the Say bronzer in the shade medium bronze. And just something very, very, it gives a nice flush to the skin. But I definitely needed this cream bronzer to kind of help deepen up the skin just a little bit more. And now going in with the Ultra Lavender Cream Blush Balm in Electric Lavender. This is also part of the new Morphe collection. And first impressions, beautiful, pigmented, no patchiness, no skipping, buildable. Highly recommend. Out of everything that released in this collection, I recommend this cream blush. I did finish off the rest of the face off camera. I am going to take the highlighter brush that came in the brush set to apply my highlighter. It is definitely a unique shape to the brush. It's nice. I honestly enjoy it. No complaints about it. Again, as I mentioned, I would say I could have probably done without the brush set, but I'm sure that later on down the line, you know, I might, I don't know. I could have done without it. I'm just going to leave it there. Let me not try to even change up how I really feel. So we're lining the lips with Juvia's Place Espresso. This is one of the new lip liners in their new coffee shop collection. Also, real quick, all of the new Juvia's Place launches are on Ulta.com. So definitely go on there and check it out if you wanted to pick up anything but did not want to order off of Juvia's Place website. For the lipstick, I am going in with Chic by Juvia's Place. I am trying to switch up my lip combos. I don't want everything to just be pure pale nude. There's a new year. Not necessarily new me, but you know, but it's a new year, you guys. And I feel like let's just add a little bit more color, do a little bit more different, you know, things to the lips. But I also liked it because I feel like it helped amp up the look. So in the center, I am going in with this Baddie B Beauty lip gloss. It's like a bubblegum pinky shade. I do feel like to use her glosses, you do need to exfoliate your lips because they can leave like that little line in the center of the lips. And then, of course, I'm going to go in with This Is Milky Gloss by NYX in the shade Milk It Pink. And I'm just going to also add that over top as well. Alright, you guys, very quick speed review. The brush set, it was cool. I personally didn't care for the brush that was for the bronzer or contour in particular. I feel like you do have to have a light hand with this brush because some brushes are different, but this one picked up a lot of product, and I'm glad that I was able to kind of somewhat fix it as far as the bronzer. But also going into the NYX Blur Tint Foundation, again, I picked up the shade number 13. What I ended up doing, I did mix the LA Girl Pro Pigment, the white one, to kind of lighten up the foundation, but I feel like it lightened it up too much. So once I layered that first base, I went in with just a little bit of this alone over top to kind of help even it out and match it up. So I'm glad that I did that. What I will do is try this again without mixing the Pro Pigment to see if it just looks better by itself. Because again, I was a little scared with this shade. I'm glad they had those in store. I was going to order them online, and I was honestly going to pick up shade 10. They did not have shade 10 in the store. The next shade that I was going to grab was a number 11, but that pulled very pink. So again, this is shade 13 for warm undertones. I'll continue to play with it. I feel like the skin looks good. I am oily combo, so I feel like because that is a matte blurring finish, I don't think that I would have any issues with it. But again, I'll continue to test it out and see. I will leave a comment, I'm sorry, in my description box. I'll leave like an update after a few hours of how this wears on the skin. But first impressions, it's nice. It's comfortable. I don't think that this would be for dry skin tones. Now, in regards to the eyeshadow palette, I love it. I feel like, again, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, Morphe palettes are more for a soft glam with a hint of color. So if you are into that, I definitely recommend you pick this up. As you can see, when I apply like that, the shimmer shade, it didn't pop even with me spraying the brush. So it's meant for like that soft touch. But I personally like the shades. I like how everything looked. I don't feel like anything was patchy or skipping as far as when I applied it. I had a little bit of an issue on this eye, but that was because my eyes were watery, so that kind of transferred onto the brush. And then last but not least, you guys, if you get nothing else from this collection, I highly recommend the Morphe Blush Balm in Electric Lavender. When I tell you, this gets a 10 out of 10 from me. I love how it complemented my skin tone. So I definitely recommend the blush balm for sure. I did not noticing any issues with me applying it as well. That is it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I hope you all stay safe and be blessed. As I mentioned, I do have some more videos coming this week. And that's it, y'all. Until next time, bye.